Of course, we are celebrating 29 years of hockey excellence here at the corner of Broad and Patterson. The Coors State Spectrum will close its doors to the NHL when this regular season is all said and done with, and that concludes tonight. This is the final regular season game. There have been many roof-raising events, including back in '67 when the roof actually blew off the Spectrum. Earlier tonight, we talked about Gary Dornhofer's overtime goal in the quarterfinals against the Minnesota North Stars back in the '72-'73 season. What a cheer came from the crowd when Gary scored that one. Eventually, the Flyers went on to defeat the Minnesota North Stars in 6 and advance to the next round of the playoffs, the first ever series win. Well, we want to recall a moment back in the '86-'87 series when, once again, the roof was blown off the Spectrum. It was against the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup Finals. J.J. Daigneault provided the heroics.
Pass, trying to find Propp again. The Oilers to the point. Daigneault is out. Score!
Boy, I'll tell you, these people are going crazy.
Crazy indeed, and why not? It's been a crazy night. We're having a great time bringing this one to you. The final regular season home game here from the Spectrum, and we're not done. We've got lots of coverage yet for you. When the final buzzer goes off on this one, we've got post-game ceremonies honoring the Grande Dame, if you will, of South Broad Street. Stay with us all night long. You've got the best seat in the house. We'll be here till they turn out the lights. And in those 29 years, we remember, of course, back in September 1967, the building first opened. Their first win came in their first ever home game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Bill Sutherland with the goal for the Flyers. Doug Favell, the first ever shutout in Flyer history. We mentioned the roof blew off, and the Flyers actually had to play their remaining home games at the Le Colisée in Quebec City. Who could forget Kate Smith and her first ever live appearance and all the appearances she's made ever since. Flyers won their first Stanley Cup right here on Spectrum Ice in May of '74. They defeated the Russians in January of '76. We talked to Ed Van Impe earlier about that, and of course they have hosted the National Hockey League All-Star Game weekend that was in January of 1992. Many building blocks, many memories here at the Coors State Spectrum. For the Flyers, this has been home, and what a home it's been. 697 victories. They're going for 698 tonight. And we mentioned the first game ever played here was that 1-0 win. One Stanley Cup won here is that 1-0 win over the Boston Bruins with Rick McLeish and Andre the Moose Dupont teaming up for that goal, the lone goal in the game, and they defeated the Russians. Joe Watson, part of Spectrum lore, scored a shorthanded goal in that one and set Russian hockey back some 10, 20 years as the story goes. That's it.